All right, Alec live here at the Capitol. Congressman Guest, welcome back to the podcast.
Good to be back with you, and good to get to see you in person today.
Yeah, good to see you too. We got what I feel like is crunch time right now here because the Democrats are going to continue to try to run out the clock as we get to the midterms. Right now, it seems we have to be all systems go. We got to be attack mode. We got to go for the jugular right now with the GOP. What's your take?
Yeah, and look, and we got to be united. You know, Republicans have to be united. We have the majority in the House. We have the majority in the Senate. We can't have the infighting among ourselves. We have to recognize that, look, we have a window of opportunity to get important legislation passed and while we control both chambers of Congress and have the White House, and we cannot miss a day. And look, that starts with the appropriations process. We've got to get the remaining 9 appropriation bills across the finish line between now and the end of January so that we take the threat of another government shutdown off the table. We saw how the Democrats used that to blunt the momentum of the Republican Party, and so we've got to get these appropriations bills done so we don't have to worry about that threat in the future.
Well, what does it do now, too, that we just have the Marjorie Taylor Greene? She says that she's going to resign now. It's going to lengthen that, shrink the majority even more than what we got now. How does that upset the apple cart?
You know, again, that is why party unity is so important. We go from a 3-seat majority to a 2-seat majority. Optimistic that we're going to win Mark Green's seat in Tennessee today in that special election, and so that will give us an additional Republican vote. But look, losing Marjorie is a big blow to our party. She was a conservative voice. And with her resigning, there's going to be a period of time, probably 90 to 120 days, where we're going to have one less Republican vote that we can depend on in the House.
Yeah, and that's crucial because we're coming up to the next CR vote, which is going to be the end of January, and we're going to be facing the same exact situation we were just in as the Democrats keep trying to just run the clock out. That's basically what they're trying to do is stall tactics. This way they can get the House back. In their mind, they're going to get it back, and then it'll be impeachment after impeachment.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, anything that they can do to blunt the momentum of the Republican Party, which they were able to do for those 6 weeks or so when the government was shut down. I mean, that was 6 weeks that we weren't here in D.C. and that we weren't passing a conservative agenda, that we weren't getting President Trump's agenda put into legislative action. And so, look, I have no doubt that they will do that again. And if we don't pass the appropriations bills, we will be giving them that opportunity. So that is why it's important that House and Senate Republicans work together, that we get these bills passed, and we get these bills passed before the January 30th deadline.
And then let me get your take on the seditious 6 here. They come out and they tell the military not to follow orders that are illegal orders by Trump. They never specify what's the illegal order. We just seen the military boost in recruitment across all branches. So the military, the enthusiasm in our military has never been as high as it is right now. Yet on the other side of the coin, you got Democrats trying to insinuate that Trump is giving them illegal orders.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is just another play out of their playbook where they're seeking to attack the president. They're seeking to, take what has been, a strength of the president, being, as you talked about, the recruitment, the rebuilding of our military, and they're trying to attack him as our commander-in-chief. And so, look, I pay no attention to the Democrat attacks. I know that they are baseless, and I believe that the Republicans should do the exact same thing. Anybody that wants to say, that the president is issuing unlawful orders or that the Secretary of Defense is issuing unlawful orders, that's just hogwash. There is no proof to that. And they are just trying to sow dissent within the military against the president, who is a very popular commander-in-chief.
Well, Congressman, send us away here with a positive message for the American family here, who seems to be the one paying the brunt of all of it, right? I mean, we got criminals running around on the streets still. We got illegals here swelling up the welfare laws. It seems like the American family takes the brunt. Give us a positive message. The American family is going to see some relief. Yeah,
look, the reconciliation bill that Republicans were passed. We extended and expanded the Trump tax cuts. We made sure that every individual who pays or makes more than $12,000 will be able to keep more of their hard-earned money. We prevented the standard deduction and the child tax credit from being slashed in half. We added additional savings for seniors, individuals who earn their living by tips, individuals who are paid by overtime. We see that interest rates are down. Mortgage rates have begun to drop. Inflation, which was as high as 9% of the Biden-Harris administration, is below 3%. We see that fuel prices now are the lowest that they've been since May of 2020. 2021. And so, we're starting to see that those cost of living that have in fact impacted so many Americans are beginning to go down. I have to remind people at home, hey, we didn't see this inflation ramp up overnight. This took 4 years under the Biden-Harris administration to reach this critical mass, and Republicans have been in office less than a year, and we're starting to see those cost of living slowly go down. And look, I truly believe that as we move into next year, we're going to see a boom in the economy. We're going to see people are going to be better off financially than they have been in our lifetime. And I just tell people, look, hold on. We're doing all we can, and we're moving as fast as humanly possible.
I do agree with you. I think the tariffs will start to see that. I think the tax cuts, we will start to see that. We want to see some fight from the GOP in there to match what the Democrats are doing, and hopefully we can hold on to the House in 2026. Congressman Guest, thank you for joining me on the
Thank you, my
Show.
friend.
All right.